Alrighty, folks, it is once again time for some conservative talk here on TikTok from your venerable host, James Paul Von Helden, Master of the Mystic Arts, Sorcerer Supreme, Demon Slayer, and Part-Time Destroyer. And now I'm a bubble burster, too. Thank you. You're welcome. Anyways, we're going to move on because apparently there was some kind of gala at Washington, D.C., and it apparently did not go over well because Trump attended to do a roast by himself. And Trump is not a professional comedian, and so therefore the roast did not go over well. And so the Democrat pundits, particularly the ones on social media, have made dozens and dozens of videos. Oh my God, it was just so horrible. Trump was given the silent treatment and everything. Well, Trump attempted to do a roast, and him not a professional comedian. So what was you expecting the response to be? Laughter? No, of course not. And you got to understand that most of those people that were in attendance were probably media types anyway. And he does not like the media. He's made that abundantly clear. So, yeah, the reaction from the crowd is not surprising to me at all. But I mean, it was a roast. And the funny thing, and so I went on Google and I asked Google, I said, the people that were attending this, did they know it was going to be a roast put on by Donald Trump? And Google said yes. So they knew going in what it was. They knew who was going to be the speakers. They knew everything in advance. So it was no surprise the reaction that the audience gave. It also explains why they didn't get up and walk out. Because, I mean, if it had really been bad, they would have got up and walked out, right? But they didn't. Why? Because they knew what it was. They knew what it was going in. All right? So you're gonna be seeing a bunch of videos by leftist pundits and leftist social media, sitting there. Oh my God, it was just so horrible. Trump totally bombed, and Trump didn't. Well, Trump should have hired a professional comedian to do the roast. I agree with that. I don't disagree with that at all, because he's not a professional comedian. Wow, what a shock, right? I mean, is that a shock to anybody? Let me see your hands. Yeah, no, Trump is not a professional comedian, and therefore the roast did not go over well. Well, so what? Oh well. No big deal. And it doesn't really matter. I mean, according to Google themselves, there was only like 700 people there anyway. At least that's what they said. So, I mean, big deal. Anyway, it was just a one-off. The way I'm seeing it, it was just a one-off, so no big deal. However, be prepared. There's going to be a whole bunch of videos made over it because the Democrats and the leftists and the pundits, they're going to take the opportunity to try and slam Trump and say, "Oh, look how Trump was given the silent treatment and shit," well, it helps to Google things and find out what the real truth is, right? Now, should Trump have hired a professional comedian to come in here and do it? Yes, of course. I agree with that. But, he wanted to do it himself, and it didn't go over so well. Oh, well, so what? No big deal. I could care less, personally. But, I mean, but some, people are always looking for something to go after Trump with, and this, this dinner or whatever it was, was like a stake tied around his neck, So, oh well, it's all good. But I got to report on it because it's in the news, and because all the leftists are going to report on it and try to make you think that, oh my gosh, it's just so horrible. No, it was a roast, and Trump is not a professional comedian, and therefore it didn't go over well. Period. That's it. Literally. That's literally it. All right. Yes, Trump should have hired a professional comedian for the roast instead of doing it himself. But that's okay. It's all good. It's over with. It was a one-off, like I said. And that's the end of that. Anyways, I have to report on it because it's in the news and because the social media pundits are going to try to have a field day with this. So I got to tell you the truth so that you know what's really going on. Because they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you the truth. You have to Google it to find out the truth. You have to Google it to find out it was a roast. You have to Google it to find out that Trump did not hire a professional comedian, that he chose to do it himself. You have to Google the fact that Google themselves will tell you that everybody that went in there knew it was a roast. They knew Trump would be the comedian for the evening. And he didn't do so well because he's not a professional comedian. Well, whoop-de shit. You know. And like I said, it was only 700 people. And most of them were probably media types anyway. So to hell with it. Anyway, I got to report it, so I did. And you all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. Bye.